Hey, we got a special announcement from the International Monster Truck Museum and Hall of Fame. Hello, I'm Jeff Cook, President and Founder of the International Monster Truck Museum. A lot of you guys know that we bought a new building. The whole Hall of Fame and museum's 10 years old now, and we've bought our own home, and we're in the process of remodeling a building in Butler, Indiana. The city is super excited about having us there. With me today, I've got some announcements and some people to introduce to you. On my right is Brian Conn. Some of you know him, some of you don't. Brian was a crew member with the Nightmare team with Steve Hess from the beginning, and then you turned into a Bigfoot driver for a while. How many years did you go with Bigfoot?
I had 2 years, 92 to 94.
Okay, so he was doing that, and he's actually helping us with the remodeling project. He's working directly with Scott Hess, who's kind of heading it up. And tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Well, we've hauled out 3 dumpster loads of stuff, carpet and walls, and we're doing a lot of mainly hard labor. You know, trying to do everything so we can do it without spending a lot of money, because we want to really hit the ground running pretty hard in the spring. And it's come along pretty good. There's been a lot of people putting a lot of effort into it, and we're just kind of rolling with it and trying to put as many hours in as we can.
Yeah, and it's turning out really nice. And then on my left is Jim Allen. A lot of you know of Jim and his son Christopher, which is Monster Trucking with Jim and Chris.
That's right.
You know, these guys have been fans forever. Jim is actually relocating. They're moving here from Arizona, which a lot of people think's crazy, but it's pretty awesome.
No, it's crazy. The first thing it did when I got here was
So Scott Bryant, who everybody knows, was going to be our executive director, but Scott decided to take a different position with us. He's going to be the director of history and research, and Jim's coming on as our executive director. He'll be running our day-to-day operations at the museum, and his son Christopher will be helping with being a tour guide and a curator. And
we're super excited. We're like most people said, we're crazy to come here in the wintertime, especially. But we've actually uprooted from someplace I never thought I'd move from, and come here because we love monster trucks, and we've loved monster trucks for a lot of years. And it started for me with Jeff Cook in the War Wagon in Wichita, Kansas, and it's come full circle, and now we're all one family now, and we're so excited about the Monster Truck Museum being in Butler. It's so exciting to be part of it at the very beginning, and seeing the building come along. We've been coming to see you for 10 years with the Hall of Fame ceremony.
When he told me on the phone one day that you've decided to uproot your family to come up here, that to me just put this whole deal into a whole nother level, just because I know how all in you and Chris and your wife, I mean, your wife is probably ready to beat the heck out of you for dragging her up here in the cold. But I'll tell you, it was just to me was another game changer for this museum.
Yeah, and everything's going great. You know, hopefully in the spring we're going to have a pretty awesome deal. We're going to do the invasion of Butler. That'll be the big move from Auburn to Butler with the monster trucks.
That'll be cool.
And you know, the hopes there is to have the largest monster truck parade in history. You know, if you guys out there have monster trucks and want to be a part of it, get a hold of us, because we want you to be a part of it. You know, and that's something I want to touch on here. You know, a lot of times people say these rumors that kind of hurt my feelings, that this is just Jeff Cook's museum or whatever, but it's not. You know, when we designed this thing, it was for everybody. Fans, guys in the industry, guys that maybe used to be in the industry, but it's all about saving the history of something we all love.
Timing was perfect when you started it, and it took a little bit to get some traction going. But I think now that people are realizing that this isn't just, like you said, a Jeff Cook deal. This is for everybody. This is anybody that wants to come can come. It doesn't matter who you are. You don't have to be a part of an organization or anything. You can just come.
No, you can just be a fan.
Yeah,
It's all about fans and meeting and seeing all the old school people, all of the current drivers that want to support us. You know, everything. We just we want everybody. We want everybody to come to Butler. We want everybody to put Butler on their bucket list.
Right.
Well, and with me in the early days of monster trucks, you know, I wanted something that everybody was welcome, because I remember when I first built my first monster truck, all the organizations were pretty much geared towards a certain group of individuals, or they were, to me it was like a country club. If you didn't have a certain category of a truck, or you weren't in a certain group, you weren't included in a certain group. And this, you know, the key to this, and I think why it's so successful, is we wanted everybody to be a part. So it doesn't matter if you're a fan or even just a parent of a fan. You know what I mean? It's like everybody can be a part of it, and we enjoy everybody being a part of it. It's just a super cool deal.
We really want to keep the history of monster trucks alive, tell the history through the museum, and keep the history through present. And just keep pressing on with the monster truck industry and keeping all of the industry as part of the museum.
And you know, we're needing you guys' help though, as fans and guys in the industry. You know, 10 years ago when we got this started, who would have ever thought that this would have created a whole new toy line, RC lines? I mean, there are old school, it's like a drug. We're all getting fed with stuff that no one was concerned about. Nobody cared about the old school trucks before we got this started 10 years ago. And with you guys' help and with everybody else, you know, the enthusiasm has took the old school and it's brought a lot of guys back. We've got guys now that feel like they're superheroes again that were totally forgotten because there was nothing. Now, you know, I won't say nothing, because I'll tell you what, Dennis Taff out there, he don't get a lot of credit. And Dennis Taff's website, if you want to look at monster trucks, he's got every monster truck ever in history. But you know, other than that, there was no event that you could go to and actually meet these guys, see these guys, and now we've got some stuff flowing where guys are restoring trucks, building replicas. I mean, who would have thought, you know, that we could have got this ball rolling? I mean, it was a dream, but we didn't know if it was going to be reality, you know.
Well, it's coming true. It is coming true. It really is.
And the thing is, with the old location, you know, very grateful that they allowed us to have that space, but we were very limited on what we could do. I mean, basically it was a room with some trucks in it, and that's about it. Once a year we have an event. This whole deal is a game changer, but with that comes along with a price tag. I mean, there are some guys who have really put their butt on the line financially just to get this up and going. But you know, it's going to take more, and we're being very vigilant on how we spend the money and try to do what we can do with the money we have to get this up and going. But there's I know I've got a lot of plans in my head of different interactive type pieces in there, but it's going to take donations of even just parts. Broken parts. Well, and I would like to see, personally, I'd like to see where we can get some of the guys in the industry to donate some stuff. Even if it's not money, just donate stuff that can be auctioned off. Maybe we stick it in a little warehouse somewhere or something, and just occasionally put it online and try to auction it off to basically all that money goes right back into the museum to keep it going.
It all goes into the museum.
Right.
We're not paying any absorbent salaries or anything like that. We're putting all of the donations and everything that we get into the museum to preserve the history.
I don't know about you, Jim, but I work for cookies, so I'm pretty good. So
yeah, cookies work, brownies, a little bit of fudge sometimes.
And that being said, we are a 501c3 charity now. We got that set up a couple of years ago. But you know, if you think of it as a fan, I know some people don't have a lot of money and they don't think about the joy that is brought to their lives. But you know, even a donation of $5 helps. And you know, if you look at these other charities that people give lots of money to, we see commercials on TV all the time on charities, and I always laugh because I say commercials cost a lot of money. So people are donating money to this charity, but they're paying for commercials, they're paying for people. All of the money from this and then some, because everybody on board is donating. it all goes back into the pot for the museum to grow it. I think with the plan that we have, within a couple of years, this thing's going to be self-sufficient for the rest of its life. And the plan is for this to go on way past all of our lives, and something that you know, 100 years from now, people can look back, and by then, monster trucks might not exist. But you know, if we can get some donation from you, we would really appreciate it, even if it's only $5 or $10. It's hard to imagine, but a lot of $5 is add up to a lot.
Quick,
so please donate if you can. We appreciate you guys' support, and you know, give us some thumbs up and some good comments, and we thank you for watching. Go to monstermuseum.org and hit the donate.